Next week's season launch of Call of Duty Season 3, with new additions coming into Cold War, a live event for Warzone, and tons more. I decided it was a great time to sit down and cover everything that's new, as we could also be getting stuff in Modern Warfare as well. There's so much stuff happening at the moment, it's a really exciting time. So get comfy, sit back and relax as we go over everything new that's going to be happening in Call of Duty. If you're watching now and you're excited for another new season, a huge live event that could see the Nuking of Verdansk, give this video a thumbs up, show some love, show some support. I really appreciate it here on my Call of Duty channel. And if you haven't already, this is my Ali Plays COD channel, so hit subscribe, come and join, it's totally free. An incredible new Mastercraft bundle is in the COD store at the moment. It looks utterly awesome. If you're picking that up or anything else in the COD store, just pop in code ALIA in all caps like these guys, and I shout people out every single video, so thank you everyone for supporting me. We're going to split this video into 3 segments, including Cold War Season 3 news, Modern Warfare leaks, and also the giant event that is going to transform the Warzone map as we know it. So stick around to hear everything. Season 3 is set to launch on April the 21st, just 1 week away, and between now and then we'll get tons of official information of what we're going to be getting, but we can get an early look thanks to some in-game leaks and information. What I always do for a new Call of Duty season launch is set that day aside to just play Call of Duty, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing next week. With a new season comes new maps, new modes, and new weapons, and this is what we know at the moment. There's set to be a new mode called Payload. If you've ever played a game like Team Fortress 2 or other games with a similar mode, it's essentially 2 teams battling it out to push the other team as far back as possible and to get all the way into their area, essentially. Some games see the moving of an actual vehicle or part of the map which you push all the way into the enemy team, could be a bomb for example, and then it sets off once you push it far enough back. And that's the exact information and description we have so far for this mode in Cold War. Can't lie, sounds a lot of fun, and if you get a lot of weapon XP and XP in general when playing it, it can be a great way of ranking up super fast in Season 3. Probably the biggest thing everyone's excited for is new weapons. It's something that I'm always looking forward to, and the big question always being, how good is it in Cold War? And probably more like, how good is it going to be in Warzone? Typically, the new guns are really good, so that people actually want to use them. Within the last season, we obviously saw the Farah, we saw the LC-10. Both were decent, but nothing overpowered specifically in Warzone. Thanks to some in-game leaks, we could be getting as many as 3 new weapons, with the code-named AR Fast Burst for one of them, codename Ballistic Knife, I mean that doesn't leave much to the imagination for that one, and then the codenamed SMG Spray. Those are 3 in-game files that are ready to go live with the launch of Season 3. These were added into the in-game files with the Season 2 Reloaded update, and when these files are put in place, it means they are ready to go live right around the corner, so we know they're going to be coming out soon. For the AR Fast Burst, some people are thinking it could be the G11 from Black Ops 1. What an incredible weapon that was. It was one of the last weapons you unlocked in the game, and it was super strong, super powerful, and looked pretty insane as well. Some people are also saying potentially the M8A1 as well, another incredible burst weapon from the Black Ops series. And with Black Ops weapons getting a lot of love at the moment, including the AUG, the M16 within Warzone specifically, this new burst weapon could be another contender for one of the best burst weapons to be using in-game. Ballistic Knife is obviously a fan favorite. We've seen it in the Black Ops series and could be a lot of fun for firing across the map and getting some crazy lucky shots. But using it more specifically in those closer range engagements, it could be a great way to take people down very quickly. Whether or not it will one-hit kill people with 3 shields on within Warzone, we'll have to see. That sounds like it could be a bit overpowered. Definitely one to keep an eye on. And then also the Spray SMG is going to be a high fire rate submachine gun. How this will play into the meta, we'll have to see. The FAMAS, an AR, is basically the best SMG within Warzone at the moment. And I actually think it'd be quite nice to have an SMG that is the best SMG. Whether or not we'll see some nerfs to other weapons within Warzone and Cold War with the launch this season, I suspect we will. So all 3 of these new weapons sound very exciting, and I can't wait to give them a go. Before we jump into the exciting news about Warzone, a nuke going off, a live event, let's also cover Modern Warfare. Now, Modern Warfare is no longer the most recent Call of Duty, but there's still a load of assets in-game for weapons and more that can be released and updated into the in-game files. We have seen Kill House added added into Modern Warfare, actually, throughout this season, which was an awesome addition to the game. And several weapons are still sat there waiting to be released. A pistol, an SMG, and an LMG are the ones that seem most ready to go live at any point in time. But as we know, Season 3 is specifically based around Cold War, but it doesn't mean that Modern Warfare could get some love and some new weapons added in as well. The one that seems to be the most imminent for release is a Sykov pistol. This thing is disgusting. There's clips online of you being able to akimbo it with round drum mags, and the fire rate is just disgusting. Talking about guns that would be really good in an SMG close range situation, this weapon seems like it could be that. And there's a bundle that's due to come out at the time of making this video tomorrow on the 15th of April that includes this weapon, but the weapon isn't in the game yet. Either that bundle will get delayed a little bit, or when it comes out, we will get access to this new pistol, and it could be incredibly broken. We'll have to wait, I guess, 24 hours or so and see what they do with that. It could be insane. I think it may need a little bit of tinkering, but the clips are going around definitely makes this pistol seem like it's going to be OP. The other few weapons have actually been in Warzone almost accidentally when Season 2 went live not too long ago. One of them I did a video here on the channel of the RAL LMG that you could find as a floor loot LMG in Legendary version. It was slow fire rate, super powerful and strong, and could crack people and take them down really quickly if you were accurate. I used it, had a lot of fun with it. Your mobility was slow, your aim down sight time was a little bit slow, but LMGs have had a history of being great in Warzone, and when this thing comes out and we can customize it, I think it's going to be incredible. Another weapon, the CX-9, was another weapon that was available again in Warzone at the beginning of this season by accident, was then removed. This thing has insane fire rate, very low recoil, and it's again just utterly disgusting. I did manage to pick it up once and take out an entire team of 3 people with just one clip. It just utterly melted through people. I'm excited for all of these guns, both Cold War and Modern Warfare related, but a little bit worried. The time to kill in Warzone started off quite high and is just getting so small, and people drop so quickly, and it appears they're only going to drop even more quicker with these new weapons, that I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what you guys think. And when I think back to the days of the MP5 and the ground meta, great guns. If you use them now, they feel slow to kill. They don't feel very good because we're so used to these weapons that just melt people. I would actually quite like to go back to when people died a little bit slower, weapons weren't quite as strong, but with these new weapons coming soon, it doesn't seem like that's likely. The Warzone event. Oh my gosh. Ever since Cold War and Warzone integrated, we've been expecting a new map, and it looks like finally it is coming as early as next week leading into Season 3. A countdown saying getting ready for April the 21st. Now, if there is a live event, any big changes, I'm actually hoping to stream it here on my channel. Before I launch this channel, I actually did a live stream before I launched this channel over on More Alley A, when the very first teasers for Cold War were in game, and you'd run around, try and find woods, do missions, run towards stadium. It was so much fun, so definitely expect some streams here when that happens, so you can see the event live, see my reaction. It should be a lot of fun. We've been building up for this a while now. Ever since Season 2 kicked off, zombies have obviously come to the map on the boat, and have been moving around the map for a while. They're currently in Stadium, but their final location is set to be the Dam. Activision has sent out a lot of teasers letting people know where the zombies are going to move next throughout this season. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of those teasers. I actually think it was only people in America that ended up getting them. But the most recent teaser does confirm that the Dam is where they will be going next, with a card attached that says, once the hostiles reach here, we levy a guess that Verdansk is all but gone to the damned. Oh my gosh. If that's not a teaser for the entire Warzone map changing, I don't know what is. During this event, we can expect to get a Verdansk Goes Boom calling card for getting involved, which is awesome. But let's talk about specifically how the Warzone map is going to change. So teasers are starting to appear in-game already, with some posters going up of the Olympics in the 1980s, obviously hinting at a time change coming soon to the map. A big leak went live, and Activision shut it down very quickly, and I've got to be careful what I show and say and do so that I don't get this video taken down, obviously. But essentially, it was a work-in-progress version of a trailer that I'm sure we'll see next week at some point that actually showed the Verdansk Warzone map changing between the current version it is now and actually going back in time to 1980s and seeing how different it is. There was only a few shots in there I can share one on screen here very quickly, and the others I can describe. From what I saw, we'll be going into a Cold War era of the map, so going back in time. It won't be a new map as such, just a different time zone version of the map we're on at the moment. The dam is no longer a dam, but is in fact a viaduct, which looks really cool. Stadium isn't fully built, but is instead being constructed. It is essentially a reimagined version. Now, from somebody that does play a lot of Fortnite, as I'm sure you guys know, I'm used to the map changing every week, things changing like little huts being different, whole new cities being added in. The map itself is the biggest part of the Fortnite story, and I definitely wish there'd been more map changes throughout the last year for Warzone, and hopefully with this map change, we'll see more than just visual changes, but actually changes that make the map flow better, different things we haven't seen before. And although it is still going to be very similar to what we know, hopefully these changes both visually and how things are laid out will make it feel super fresh and super new. There's also been some leaks talking about new vehicles, including police cars, even ambulances in there as well. So potentially new vehicles that allow us to get around the map and have our team jump into to get to the next ring. And although the transition between current day and going back in time doesn't quite make sense for a nuke going off, because that would only destroy everything, but I'm sure when all of this kicks off next week, it will make a lot more sense. And as I said, I'm going to be live streaming it here because I cannot wait to see what happens. Looking really far into the future, in case you did not know, the next Call of Duty game by Sledgehammer Games is set to be Call of Duty World War II Vanguard. That is its code name at the moment, and according to rumors, its development was brought forwards a year, as in they've had a whole year less to make it, which is never a great thing, but it will be built upon Modern Warfare's 2019 engine, which I think is arguably better than the Cold War one. Let me know what you guys think. And I actually talked a little bit more about that whilst going back and playing Call of Duty World War II from Sledgehammer Games here on the channel last week. So let me know what you think of all of this new information. I'm very excited for all of it. It'll all be covered here when it kicks off. It's very exciting. On screen here, you can see more Call of Duty videos, including that COD World War II one I mentioned. So go and check it out. I'll be reading your comments, letting know what you guys are thinking. And thank you everyone again for using code ALLY8 in all caps on the COD store. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you in another video very soon.